Hey, this is Mark, and today I've got an S8 that's here for liquid damage data recovery. The phone no longer powers on. Surprise. Wonder why. So, we've got clearly some corrosion around here and a lot around here. A little bit down here. There's probably some under this shield. A couple of LCD pins. A little bit over here. So just making note of all the kind of hot spots to go back and look at once we start chasing down problems. All right, now I know that this chip is normally underfilled, and it looks like it is in this case too. So even though it's corroded around here, I'm not too worried about that guy. But I am gonna just brush that corrosion off a little. And we'll clean this up back here too. And the PMIC in these guys is underfilled as well, which means water probably did not get under there. But this guy I know is not underfilled, and he had a lot of corrosion. So I'm going to go ahead and put him at the top of my list for potential problems. So let's connect our DC power supply, and we're pulling some current immediately, which almost looks like it's trying to boot, but it shouldn't be pulling any current at all. So we'll just check really quick with our thermal camera. See if there's anything that jumps out at me as getting hot. So now we're down to like sitting at 40 milliamps, which can produce enough heat that you'll see something on thermal cam, but not always. Sometimes when it does, you have to let it sit for a while. So I guess the only thing that really seems to be possibly getting warm is this guy, which we saw was corroded to hell. So we'll go ahead and pull him off and just see how bad it looks under there. I'm going to take note that the dot is in the top right. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just disgusting. Oh, that's so gross. So gross. All right, we're gonna clean that up. Okay, and it looks like we got some really gross looking pads. Alright, I was hoping maybe this one was NC, but as we can see there, it does have a via. Same thing over here, and there's a little bit of that pad left. We're going to see maybe we can get away with just kind of scratching these guys up a little bit, and the new chip will connect down to them. Sometimes you get lucky like that. We don't need it to work for a long time. We just need to get the data off it. And if memory serves, I do need this chip to boot. But there's always the chance I could be wrong about that. All right, looks like these corner guys are ground, so I'm not going to worry too much about. No, they're not ground. Nope, they are not ground, so I am going to worry about them. So I believe that chip's needed for this phone to boot, but I'm not certain. So, gonna take just a second to grab a working screen and just see if maybe I can boot without that chip. It'd be nice. It would save me some trouble. Of course, I'm probably getting way ahead of myself right now, considering the fact I haven't even checked to see if the phone looks like it's booting now. So let's go ahead and do that first. We're gonna stick you back on here. All right, so we're pulling like 10 milliamps. I'm okay with that. Prompting to boot. And yeah, not really trying to boot here. Just hanging out at 60. Not really going up. All right, so because I'm not sure if I need this chip or not, and I think I remember needing it, I'm going to go ahead and stick another one on there. My dot was in the top right. I'll go ahead and do a couple of jumpers for these gross looking pads. Okay. So this being an S8, of course, I'm sure everybody already knows, it is encrypted, so I do have to make the device boot normally again in order to get the data. We can't do chip off on these guys. All right. We're almost there. All right, that should do it. Now I just gotta find the old chips. Now, I do also seem to remember this guy is related to cameras and is not necessary to boot. So he is a candidate for just taking off and leaving off. But I kind of want to see what happens now before I do that. So I didn't point this out earlier, but this is not my work. Clearly, somebody has been working on this board before me, and they had the good sense to recognize they were out of their depth, and they did not cause any real damage. All they did was just kind of solder on that battery connector and fix it up a little, and then say, nope, can't figure it out. Got to send this somewhere else. So good job, whoever you are. All right, looks like we're booting now. So there's a data point in favor of we need that chip in order to boot on the S8. All right. Let's see. Let's see the magic. Boo. All right, we're going to give this another shot. There we go. All right, looking good. Now we just need to see you boot all the way up and have working touch. And then I can stop recording and go make myself a celebratory scotch. Don't drink and solder at home, kids. Looking good. Looking good. All right, we're ready to unlock it. We have working touch. So we are good to go. This one was relatively straightforward to solve. And thankfully, whoever worked on it first recognized that he wasn't sure what to do next with troubleshooting and didn't just start going at it, just winging it. Because I see a lot of these Samsungs that people are giving it a shot and they're causing a lot of problems that just make it either really difficult or impossible for me to recover afterwards. So you know, if you recognize this this phone, this handiwork, if this was you, thank you for not fucking it up. All right. Thanks for watching.